gentlemen, we welcome the undisputed world champion, the last emperor, Fedor Emelianenko.
Let me tell you, everybody are standing on their feet now. There's about 15,000 people on their feet in here, and there's millions of people at home waiting to watch this fight tonight. I'm excited. I got jitters. I got my hands are all sweaty. I got goosebumps going up and down me, but I really think this fight is going to be the fight of the year.
This will be the 31st pro MMA fight for Fedor Emelianenko. His lone loss came in just his 4th professional fight, December of 2000, stopped on a cut in the first round by Tsuyoshi Kosaka. Fedor Emelianenko avenged that defeat 4.5 years later in Pride by way of TKO.
You know, most people, myself included, feel that fight should have been a no contest. It was in a fight where elbows were not allowed. Kosaka threw a right hand, ended up hitting the elbow against Fedor's eye, causing a cut. It was a tournament. They had to let Tsuyoshi Kosaka go on to the next round and call it a loss, but most people think that should have been a draw or a no contest, but it's counted as a loss. A lot of people consider him undefeated.
Well, I think he's for sure the pound for pound one of the best of the world, without a doubt.
My fight plan for this fight, cut off the ring. Don't let Andre Arlovski use that footwork. Make it a small ring. 2, work the takedown and ground and pound. Most people think he's the best ground and pound fighter in the sport. If he gets Arlovski on the bottom, he's in trouble. 3, stay aggressive, test the chin of Arlovski earlier. There have been some questions about Arlovski's chin in the past. A lot of guys get hit by Fedor and go, what am I doing in here? He's got that kind of power in his fist. Make Arlovski feel it early and get him backing up.
A huge ovation for the WAMMA undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, Fedor Emelianenko.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. At 6'4", he weighed in at 237 pounds. The Sambo fighter and kickboxer. His professional record at 15 victories, 11 by knockout, 3 by way of submission against 5 defeats. Representing Team Pitbull, originally from Minsk, Belarus, now fighting out of Chicago, Illinois, introducing the #1 ranked contender, the challenger, Andre the Pitbull Arlovski. And across the ring, the champion fights out of the red corner. At 6 foot, he weighed in at an even 230 pounds. The Sambo fighter and Judo player brings an impressive professional record of 28 victories, 6 by way of knockout, 15 by way of submission against a single defeat with 1 no contest. Representing the Red Devil Sports Club in St. Petersburg, he is the Russian M1 legend from Steliovsko, Russia. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting the defending WAMMA undisputed heavyweight world champion, Fedor, the last emperor, Emelianenko.
Protect yourself at all times. I want a good, clean, hard fight. This is for the World Association of Mixed Martial Arts heavyweight title. Do I have any questions from the challenger? Do I have any questions from the champion? Touch gloves, let's get it on.
We have reached our main event of the evening. This for the WAMMA undisputed heavyweight championship of the world. The champion Fedor Emelianenko from Russia. 32 years old, 6 foot tall, 230 pounds, the exact weight when he defeated Tim Sylvia. The bell in round number 1. Arlovski, 6'4", 237, he's 29 years old. Scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. John McCarthy, our referee. Both in the black trunks, Arlovski in the longer black trunks.
Arlovski starting off with that leg kick, and it's a good strategy. He's trying to take the, good right hand by Arlovski.
Fedor took his step back. Now Emelianenko with the left hand, swing and a miss by Arlovski.
Let me tell you, when Arlovski goes for this kick, as a wrestler myself, when a guy kicks, I'm going to shoot.
You know, Arlovski very tight with his hands. Fedor tends to keep his hands comparatively low. I don't know if that's a good idea in this fight. Arlovski very fast, very powerful puncher.
Inside kick with the left by Arlovski.
Arlovski throws that left kick and follows the right hand and left hook. That's usually his best combination that I've seen him throw.
Emelianenko loading up the right hand and missing with the right.
Yep.
Arlovski very confident with the strike, standing in front of Fedor, who's a very powerful puncher.
Outside kick that time by Arlovski.
Good strategy by Arlovski. Take away that lead leg. Not using a lot of footwork, though.
Again, Emelianenko missing with the right, then missing with the left.
Arlovski needs to get his back off the ring. He needs to take a circle.
You know,
Arlovski throws looping punches right there. You see that?
Arlovski doing a good job of countering those loopy punches with short strikes of his own.
Arlovski going for the outside trip. Brilliantly defended by the world heavyweight champion.
I don't think it's a good idea to clinch with Fedor. He's on the ground. I think he's one of the most dangerous fighters in the world. I think Arlovski's best chance is standing up. It seems like he's doing well with the strikes.
You gotta understand, actually, Arlovski is a Sambo wrestler himself, and he does lots of wrestling. So he's gonna defend the shot, use knee strikes position, because that's one of his dominant positions, being on his feet. But if he can stop the takedown for Fyodor, he's gonna have a lot of success on his feet.
Emelianenko showing great patience. Has an incredible tactical mind.
One thing about Fedor, a lot of people don't give him credit. He's a very intelligent, very articulate guy. Extremely smart. He does not rush into anything. That's why he has that ice-cold demeanor. He's a thinking man's fighter. And, you know, positions like this that slow the fight down are no problem with him.
Credit Andrei Arlovski. He has not been overwhelmed. See his composure here.
That's a great job on John McCarthy to restart them, get it out, because they were just going to hang out there.
Let's see what Fedor can do in the center of the ring. I think Arlovski's getting a little better at the striking so far.
Halfway through round number one, again scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds.
Fedor can't throw those looping punches like that against Arlovski. He's going to get him faster, just like that right there.
Nice right hand by Arlovski. Very tight, very straight, just like they teach in boxing. I think maybe for the first time in his career, Fedor's a little flustered now by the speed of Arlovski.
Arlovski missing with that right hand.
Let me tell you, Arlovski at 6'4" with that length.
Oh, good right.
Push kick by Arlovski.
Oh, that's it!
That's it! Wow! Punch the flying right hand by Fedor Emelianenko. The dominance continues.
I do not believe it. Arlovski's still out on his stomach. They're helping him up right now. An amazing finish by Fedor Emelianenko.
Ladies and gentlemen, he retains his title. Fedor Emelianenko. That was almost shocking right there.
I am sitting here stunned, Sean. I cannot believe how this fight ended. I'm going to have to see that on the replay.
I think Arlovski went for a flying knee, and Fedor threw that looping right hand and hit him right on the button.
We see it here. Arlovski has him in the corner, backed him up with that kick, and I think that made him a little too aggressive. Thought he had him, went in for the flying knee, and bang! Right hand right on the chin. It doesn't look like it's that powerful. You know, his head didn't fly that far. It's the placing right on the chin.
You got to understand, when Arlovski's come with that flying knee, his weight's coming forward, and boom. And actually, Fedor's weight's coming forward, and whoever's hand hits the hardest, Fedor's the one who put Arlovski on his face.
He's unconscious on the punch. You saw how he landed, and then flush on his forehead.
And he was out before he hit the ground. You see here, loading up that overhand right. Bing! Perfect timing by Fedor Emelianenko. Arlovski's head hits the ground, just added more to the injury, but it was that right hand that did it. Great stoppage by Big John McCarthy. Any more hits and he could have been in even worse trouble. Bing, right on the bottom of the chin. No chance for Arlovski to counter that, and that's the end of the fight, John.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes at 3 minutes, 14 seconds into round number one. The winner by knockout